This is very disturbing. This is just, it's disturbing, but yet it makes sense. The deep state, the Democrats and the Rhinos, have been laundering money through the Ukraine for a long time. And the reason for this last push, apparently, was so they could get the money into their coffers. Nobody gave the Democrats a couple $100 million. I don't know how they raised that kind of money. I'm convinced that the Ukrainian money came back to the Democratic coffers primarily, and to some of the mainstay duopolistic, whatever, the lying rhinos of the Republicans. Now, I'm going to give this kind of an awkward title, but I really think the Democratic Party should be made illegal, and then we need to go after the Republican Party. I don't know what that is, that sound. Well, what you're going to find is that most of D.C. is totally corrupt. And we really need to have forensic evaluations and jail them. We need to take away their retirements, the funds that they've accumulated. We need to put them in prison. Some of them probably need to be sentenced to being strung up, to being hung for their high treason. These people that have done the fraud when it comes to elections, we definitely need some bodies swinging from telephone poles over that one. But as far as, how we're going to get our country back, well, it's going to be kind of rough because they're going to pull out all the stops. America's been the target the whole time. Russia's not the target. The Ukraine's not the target. We are the target. We're the ones that they want to kill. And you need to understand, the weather's totally controlled. The environment, the toxins they hit us with, a lot of these diseases that we're suffering from are engineered into society. They're done purposely to us. Why do you think that the number one element they spray is aluminum? Living things do not need a minimum requirement of aluminum. There's no chemical reactions in life that require aluminum. They've lied about everything. They lie about all kinds of things. The key thing you need to keep in mind right now is that we are going to restore the original structure the founders gave us. And I know you're going to say, that'll never happen. I got news for you. They're not going to stop killing us. They killed us in the North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee. That is a killing zone. They set that thing up with the goal of killing 70,000, 80,000 of us. Lahaina, Hawaii, how many did they kill there? Look at the culprits they put in charge out there before they got ready for that. Then look at Loving, California, those people killed in those fires. Then look over at the slow kill technology they applied in Palestine, Ohio with the trains. You need to understand that we don't want to face the truth. We don't want to face the facts. We've been at war for a long time. These people have been after us for longer than our nation has been around. This is a serious battle. And for those people worried they're going to use the military against us, I got news for you. What do you think has been used against you? The military apparatus incomplete has been used against the American people, especially the psychological operations. What do you think YouTube is? What do you think Google is? What do you think Facebook is? Instagram? All of these social domains, if you will, that are supposed to be private companies, are they really private companies? Who funds those? How do they happen to come about? We know Elon Musk didn't generate all those ideas that brought the wealth to the country of his, those companies of his, not at all. He's just a figurehead taking it. Oh, the same with Bill Gates. He didn't develop a damn thing. Yeah, he developed some contracts and licensure, and he knew how to do that. But is he a good guy? And what about George Soros? I can't believe he's been allowed to do so much mischief on the planet. It is because most of our government in Washington, D.C. is corrupt. Most all of them are criminals. Oh, they haven't been charged and tried and convicted yet. They haven't, but they're criminals. Man, I would love to help out, but I don't want to be part of that cesspool down there. I don't want to be around those people at all. I don't do well in committees at all. Give me the powers of a dictator, and I'll shut out the commands on this stuff. But we need to go to a constitutional currency once again, and we're going to go to it. Your Bitcoin and all that other bullshit's going to be disappearing from the face of the earth. It's no good. You're going to need to go back to dimes of silver, dollars of silver, quarters of silver. You need to go back to a storage of wealth as your currency. So we won't have to have these warring things go on, and we won't have to have all of this corruption that we have going on today. And those people out there who are getting the big bucks for killing people left and right on behalf of our government and the politicians, their money's going to be worthless too, in short order. I thank God for the BRICS. The BRICS are going to restore honesty again. And that's what we need. America has become very dishonest. America is no good. America can't become good again until we strip the central federal government down. And when we strip it down, we're going to make sure there's no place for those evil guys to hide that want to destroy humanity. We're going to make sure that they're not using our money against us. I mean, look at how much money Biden and his team and Kamala raised. Nobody in their right mind is going to give money to something like that. It's ridiculous. They didn't raise that kind of money. That money was laundered back from the Ukraine. We really are in one hell of a war right now. We've got a civil war going on. We have a revolutionary war going back to self-rule. We have all that going on. And I do not have much faith in Trump with who he's choosing for his cabinet right now. Don't have any faith at all. You're going to make it illegal for us to criticize Israel and call that being anti-Semitic? And most of the people in Israel aren't even Semitic peoples. The people they're genociding in Gaza are more Semitic than the Israelis are. And don't get me wrong, there's good Jews, and I know that. The Sephardics. How do we know they're good Jews? Because the Ashkenazi targeted them. As soon as they formed that country, they sent the Sephardic Jewish children on special school trips and exposed them to radiation. Something that wasn't exactly done to extend their lives at all. So we know that there's a bad group there, and we need to actually dig them out. And the idea that we're just going to let them stop playing their games, I'm sorry. We need to take out the trash once and for all. We can't ship it to another country. We can't let them run around the planet again. That they'll organize. They'll go after us. They'll kill us again. The Tsar Nicholas had a chance to take them apart, and he didn't do it. Look what it did that happened to his whole family. So what are we going to do in America? We're just going to sit back and say, oh, they've come to Jesus? I'm sorry. They'll say anything to make it through. You've got to remember we're dealing with the same group that John Hyrcanus dealt with. And he told them, either worship the one true God or I'm going to put you to death. And they mainstreamed into the public, and they took over Jerusalem to the point where Herod the Great was an Idumean, was one of the bad guys. Yeah, they'll take that forced transition, that forced conversion, and then look at what they do down the road. We've had our chance to take those people out many times, and we fail to do it, and we pay every time. It's not just the Khazarians. You've got the Romans, the senators, those senatorial families, their descendants. They're big and bad too. You've got a few others to go after. The Roman Catholic Church has got to be the most satanic church on the whole planet right now. Some good people in there. But the leadership? Yeah, I know there's probably some good bishops. We got one of those a cardinal running for his life right now, for as I know, because he called out the Pope for the crap he does. But you don't have to look very far to realize that all the symbols that give them away. Now, I still have trouble having faith in Trump. I'm sorry. I don't think he did such a good job last time. And he's going to do stuff that I don't believe is going to be good for the country. But we have to hold his feet to the fire. We need to return to the original 13th Amendment and to constitutional currency, the old silver coins, gold coins. Keep those in mind. Make those transitions happen. Yahweh bless.